Welcome to the Funko Illuminati. As you can see currently right now, I have my co-host LBDProphecy, aka Little Taco. Uh,
Jesus. Oh
I
god.
should I should do that. Like just give you a new nickname and see which one actually sticks.
It's not gonna work because it won't.
I can
But
see it now. You go on the street. Oh my God, it's Little Taco. No, it's LBDProphecy. Yes, you're right.
the
Just
the only nicknames I get is people who know me from when I was a kid, and then LBD is more common. And then if it's not LBD, it's L because people see LBD and sometimes they'll just cut it down to L.
I was gonna say, in my case, I did have one nickname, and it was Spud, and that lasted like maybe a whole 2 years, and then it was gone.
Mm,
Thank God.
mm.
But yes, hello everybody. How you doing? Hello NYC Pops, Nay, Tats, Laura. I do not exist. I see you guys were some early birds. So I hope everyone's had a pretty decent Monday. This heat wave that is hitting the East Coast is killing me. I am not a fan of it right now, man.
Yeah, I can tell from when you first got on, you were not a happy camper.
Oh, it's oh, I don't get it. I'm not a fan of it. It is not ideal by any stretch. And I don't know anybody who's crazy enough to actually enjoy this weather. You would have to be.
Um, well, it's people who probably live in the damn weather.
Hey, I give people like Dead Zone credit, man. The idea of being like, okay, I understand that the humidity is non-existent out in the desert. That's self-explanatory. However, that would kill me. That constant, and
Or
especially
he
I'm willing to.
and he works like in that heat. Like sometimes he says that he
Hey,
has to
what's
if he
poppin', Nate?
doesn't constantly drink water, it's up. He like he'll sweat out all like he'll like dehydrate real quick
Yeah.
because of the heat. It's crazy.
Hey, Anthony Blaze, how you guys doing? No, and you're absolutely right, and it's completely and utterly ridiculous the amount of heat that some people are willing to go through. I know I worked. Okay, I don't know if you guys have these here, like have them where you live, but there is a company called Dickie D. Dickie D is one of those ice cream bicycle cart deals, and I did that for a summer, and I remember having a 2 liter water bottle, and I drank that thing within the first 4 hours of my 8 hour shift, and I don't think I used the washroom that day. I was sweating so bad.
Well, that I remember. What I remember, one of the
Mm.
worst heats I had to deal with one time was they actually let us out early from school. No, actually, no. I cut half the day. Actually, that's what it was. And because I couldn't take it anymore. Like most of the classes had their AC units like not working, a whole bunch of stuff, right?
Oh, well, I'm certain that you have humidity in Arizona, but what I'm talking about is the humidity. See, Anthony, here where I am specifically, we are sandwiched between two large lakes, and because there's an elevation here, we have a lot of natural spring water and like rivers and all sorts of other lovely areas where water comes out. So there's all there's this really high moisture in the air always, and when it gets hot, it gets really bad.
Yeah.
We never had that luxury in high school. I think the worst we ever had when it got really hot once was we had
Well, I
classes
didn't
where.
have permission, buddy. We just left. Me and a buddy of mine, we ended up leaving,
Oh,
and
I'm looking at what Papa Nay said.
yeah,
Sorry, Nadia said she.
yeah, no. Well, I'm curious to know whether she got let out or she just left. At
Hey,
least,
Lisa.
um, basically, what ended up happening was, I didn't live too far from there, but I wasn't going home that day.
Mm,
I was going down to I was at 76th Street in North Bergen, and I had to go all the way to 5th Street. And we started trotting, and this is like we're talking about like 140 pounds ago, right?
mm.
So I'm trotting down there. I'm wearing a tank top, and we stop at a
Wait,
store.
wait,
We
wait.
buy.
Hold. You're wearing a tank top. I can't envision this. Go on. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna wrap my brain around this. So you're wearing a sleeveless shirt. Go on.
Yeah, I left my regular shirt in school. Okay. Anyway,
No, go on, go on.
because so we bought 2 gallons of water each, and one was to drink and one was to throw over our heads when it started getting too hot. Because the sun that day was brutal, man, and we had to walk. We got to about 40th Street, I think it was,
Is your
before
daughter
somebody had to
playing with the
come
door?
get us.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Is your daughter playing with the door
Yes, I don't know why. She's trying to come inside apparently. What happened?
by millimeter?
I don't understand what she's saying because she tends to have the habit of mumbling. If you have something to say it.
One day we will find out his daughter will be the world's greatest rap rap artist. uh Judging by those eyes, those are the eyes of a loving father who understands the situation. Now he's saying he wants. Oh, you're not neglecting the chat, Laura. I hope you're doing well. I know you don't do too well with the heat either. Yes, there's the wee one.
She's doing her best Mission Impossible to get out of the room.
Well, at least she's not crashing through the ceiling. Give it time though. Uh, no. I remember. I don't know. I think the worst thing I ever used to do when it got really hot was I used to take a shirt, spray it with water, put it in the freezer, and then put it on after like 20 minutes.
I like NYC Pops. He's like, I used to leave earlier time. I did that too for a while until I got to my. I went to 4 different high schools. Let's put it there, and it wasn't because of like. It was never because of educational purposes or nothing like that. It was always other things. One was I moved, the first one. The second one, I just couldn't stand the area I ended up in. So I ended up leaving that place, going somewhere else on my own,
Mm.
and went to school there. And then basically, after about a year and a half there, I decided to go to another school that I can catch up to the year that I lost because of the accident. So I ended up graduating at the year I was supposed to.
Um, what was the other thing I was going to point out? Oh, Bori, I was thinking about you the other day. You've been taking some really good pictures, man, on your Instagram. If you guys, actually, yeah, I got you on. You're sorry because I'm. Yes, you have a wrench. Post your Instagram. He does some really good pictures and really good composites. I in, legitimately enjoy them. What was oh, the other thing I wanted to show too was on Funko Finders. Uh Hold on a second. I need to There we go. Not everyone needs to see all my tabs. Not that there's anything on there I'm worried about. I mean, so what? So you know what bank I use. So what you guys think of the Samurai Jack stuff? I mean, literally they've been taking their sweet time getting those out.
Yeah, they started coming out with those in 19. I remember because that was the 2 pack, and then now it's just booming, and now it's crazy. I didn't think they were gonna go that hard on it, but I guess since they've noticed how popular it's been.
Yeah, but they've taken their time on this. Yes, actually, Laura, I that's you mentioned that, but I remember what was it 2 summers ago? It was about 9 o'clock at night. It was hotter than hot, and my mother and I actually caught a late show, which is something we never did. It was kind of weird us walking back, like me walking back to our apartment at like midnight. Um, so I was looking at these pops. They're not bad looking, although some of them I don't know. I mean, like for instance, obviously we got Samurai Jack armored, and then there's him with his Bushido mask on. What you looking at, LBD?
Somebody saying that I added them to a chat that I didn't, so I'm telling them it wasn't me.
Oh, did they
But
get
yeah,
you? Uh,
so
so
I
there he is.
recognize all these moments,
Mm,
and some of them are more recent to the last season than they're not like. A lot of the stuff they've been putting out before was like from the previous seasons that didn't. Here's the thing: when they came out with certain characters, most of these
Hmm.
characters are from the season that they brought it back, basically.
Yeah, I was because I did watch. I never watched the show, but I watched the last season just because everyone was raving about it. Like for instance, these two end up having a relationship. His character, eh, nothing really happens with him. The only thing I like is the fact that because obviously anybody watches Samurai Jack, their art styling is very it's unique. It's not quite cell shaded, but at the same time, it has its own appeal to it, and it's interesting to see how it transcends when you bring it to a new medium, such as for Funko Pops. And in this case, I mean, they all look pretty good except for the High Priestess. I think the High Priestess. I'm not sure what exactly you could have done with her. Um,
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting like a Thor Ragnarok and a Doctor Who vibe off of it.
Well, but they're all pretty much accurate though at the end of the
Yeah.
day. Too. So
Um, when I saw this, right, because I was at work. So when I'm at work and because I'm busy, I was flipping through stuff and I did see that that's at Samurai Jack, and I was like, what the hell did they do to Tinkerbell? That
well,
was my
honestly, oddly enough, that specific pop was probably would have been better for the chase. Well, they could have done both Jack and that one as a chase.
true. Master Chief came out, which I'm sure everybody was clamoring over.
It's
Um,
sold out on Entertainment Earth. I don't know. It just released on GameStop, but a lot of sites haven't really put them up yet. I guess they're waiting to see how many they're going to get before they do.
I wanted to show this. My God, I'm getting the feeling that Marvel is doubling down on the internals
Yeah.
because they're everywhere. Like that day when all the Eternal bundles came out, and they're all dirt cheap bundles. Like, how often have you ever seen a bundle? Like, the cheapest I saw was all them with all the chases, and you could have everything for, I think it was under $100. So that's ridiculous. I personally, I mean, I'm not as much of a comic book nerd as I am. It is not something I'm familiar with. There's some yeah, it is overwhelming, and the funny part is that they're putting all these out, but I'm willing to bet unless you're a really hardcore Marvel fan, a lot of these people aren't gonna know who the Eternals are. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I know more about the Celestials, which is apparently the villain in this movie, than I know about the heroes, which is unusual. Usually, you know more about the hero than the villain.
Yeah, it's really unusual for you.
It is for me. I could sit there and go, "Oh, Eternals, yeah, I know who they are. I know who did."
I
Like
mean, not knowing more about the villains than the heroes.
well, aspirations, goals, those hollowed out mountains don't buy themselves. Hey, Flipcake, welcome, man. What
Going
was it?
on?
And then apparently they're doing like cards in them as well.
Huh?
So even if you
No, those are
buy
probably. I think those are minis. Are those minis?
um
They might be
exclusive
minis that like would come card with exclusive pop
no,
one.
no,
Yeah.
no. If you buy from Entertainment Earth, they come with an exclusive card, and you have a 1 in 3 chance of getting.
Okay.
So it's a Russian nesting doll. It's a collection within a collection within a collection.
Yeah.
Um, so it's interesting. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna wait until the movie. I do like glow in the dark figures. They've always been my favorite, but I'm not gonna just pick
Yeah,
one up for the
but
sake of
that
picking it
seems
up.
like a weak glow in the dark, kind of similar to what they did with Zuko
Yep.
when he's like in the last season where he's like short hair and all that stuff. It's literally just his fingertip or whatever it
Yeah.
was.
And the
Yeah.
character is called Gilgamesh, which funny thing, I know who Gilgamesh is in the Epic of Gilgamesh. However, I'm willing to bet there's no parallel between him and this. Oh my, this man. People
Well,
were gone.
I feel bad for the people who overpaid for the overseas one.
So funny story. 5, maybe 6 years ago. No, it would have been 4 or 5 years, a young collector, Sean, was wanting a Tokyo Toy exclusive. It was Atom Bomb. It was the metallic Atom Bomb because I love Garbage Pail Kids. So like an idiot, hey Clarissa, thank you for showing up. I appreciate that. So like an idiot, he went on eBay and he spent $130 Canadian. That pop now is worth $60. I don't feel I don't feel as bad when I hear people went out and bought this. I think the highest price I saw someone pay was 350 American.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I
350.
heard like two something. It was like two something is what I saw. But
No,
yeah,
no. Somebody local here I found out through the grapevine paid 350.
that hurts.
And the problem is I know the person and we're not friends, we're not enemies. Hey Dead Zone, what's up, buddy? So I am so sorry, Dead Zone. I was hoping that your thing was going to be there today. Apparently it's held up in the great state of Michigan.
Well, I've said it multiple times. Anything that goes through Michigan is gonna take forever. I don't know what it is. Like I've gotten packages from different
Hey
places. I've
Funko
gotten
brother.
packages from Michigan, and that just passed through Michigan. Anything that touches Michigan takes like another week and a half. Sometimes it's insane.
Yes, yes, your thing, Dead Zone. Use the thing. Use a weapon of an elegant time. um, but yeah, it's
and
oh,
and the crazy part is that I missed this because I was changing my sheets, and people send me messages about it, and I completely missed it. It sold out, right? But oddly enough, in Canada, it was still available, like
you know,
from Amazon. So
you know.
whoever paid in Canada for extra for it, there was enough left over that they still had it up in Canada.
Well, I still bless Mitch. I bought it, and then he kept I was in the middle of talking to one of my agents, giving them a coaching session, and he messages me, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, and I push my phone off to the side because I need to give my hey KNL, thank you for coming out. Um, so I was like, I don't want to take away from the person because so I put the phone to the side like an adult, which killed me inside a little. And then he messaged me again and again and again and again. And I was like, it was like 3 times, I think. And then on the third time he called me and I was like, okay. So I picked the phone up and I'm like, hi Mitch, what's up? Oh, did you know that? Oh yeah, I already picked it up. Thank you. And he's like, okay, I just want to make sure you got it. I was like, yeah, man, I got it. I'm in the middle of a coaching session. I'll talk to you later. He's like,
Well,
okay,
it's funny you mentioned that though, because here's the thing. Yeah, you might have already had it or whatever,
yeah.
but there's times that we completely miss things, and then
Oh
and
yeah. It happens all the time. I'm great. Like I said, I'm grateful for it, but it was like out of all the times he could blow my phone up was like the one time I was like,
yeah.
I finally had to tell the person that I am so sorry. 1 second, please. What else was there?
You just tell it it's the family's special child. Like that's all you guys do.
I only say that when you call. Actually,
Uh-huh.
I use your full name.
Yeah, I noticed.
For the record, his name is Patricia Sue Wellington. Um, so who here remembers Thor Ragnarok? Not the movie, but this pop when it was not blacklight. And who remembers what happened when you went to a local Target and found it? LBD, do you remember?
I've actually never seen this pop in person, or like the only time I saw it was like with somebody else, and they would tell me the horror story of it. I don't even think I was collecting when it came out, or I might have just started collecting.
That hammer was always broken. The
Yeah, I
chase
heard.
of this is the hammer on.
Another one that had hammers that came broken a lot. The Chase version of the Triple H when he has a skull mask.
Yeah,
That's another one that was always broken too.
yeah. Clarissa said it right there, the hammer broken. So I am curious if this is going to have a broken, if they're going to run into the same thing, or if they got smart and the clamshell that they put it in, it will actually support it this time, as opposed to it just being free floating.
Okay,
Um, what's up?
so I'll pull it up because I caught it on my phone, but
Mhm.
I should be able to pull it up on the what should we call it? There we go.
And
No
then there's
share.
this.
Yeah. Oh God, I can hear. It's
Limited
only
to
gonna
800 pieces and only available if you have tickets to his current show.
yeah.
And makes me wonder how many people that have no interest in this man or his comedy stylings, but want to buy the pop just so they could flip it, will
Oh,
actually.
they'll be there. It'll happen for sure.
Oh, easily, easily.
That's the wrong one. Hold on.
LBD is going to show us his greatest, deepest fears.
No, I was trying to show something else, but I accidentally clicked the wrong one.
Hmm.
But keep going. Yeah.
No.
So for that pop though, it's only gonna be available at his shows, and the crazy thing is like 800 piece. How many you're gonna sell per city? Like
No,
that's
you're absolutely right. The other thing I wanted to point out was, hey, unboxing treasure, how you doing, buddy?
yeah. What's going on, man?
The other thing I wanted to point out too, and I thought this was actually kind of cool, was, um, so I was about 3 weeks ago. I went and saw went to the theater for the first time in 2 years, and we were walking by a store that sells pops, and this pop was on here, and my mom looked at it and she's like, why would someone want that? I said, there was a time and place where people were trampling each other to get the 18-inch Pikachu. And now nobody wants it. And then a week later, this came up where they were like selling it for, I think it was what, $45.
45 bucks. Yeah.
And it was almost $100 at one point.
It was well. They're all $100 when they come out.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. And now, you know, you can't give them
Mhm.
away. Hey,
Yeah.
Lord of
Well,
the Seven Strings, how you doing, buddy?
I'm sure they oversaturated. The market's probably oversaturated with them. The people they made so many of them. There's only a few of the 18 inches that are limited.
So what's this?
What it says is Tats just sent me that right now. Apparently, another is that an 8 inch? Is that
Mega
18 inch?
Infinity Saga Iron Man 18-inch Funko Shop exclusive revealed Tuesday. Oh, future surprise 18-inch Iron Man.
That's crazy. And you know what the crazier part about that is? I feel like it's gonna be like the Groot. There was a Funko Shop exclusive Groot. That one sold out in seconds.
Oh, I know, and I know somebody who has it. And you want to know where that sucker sits? In the corner of the basement because there's nowhere else to put it.
Well, I don't. I'm sorry. I had an 18-inch Batman. I got rid of it as soon as I could because I only bought it because I was able to buy it for 50% off when it
I remember
originally
when you
rolled.
had that thing. Because
Yeah,
my only words to you were,
and
if you don't want it, get rid of it now because it's going to be difficult later.
I did get rid of it. And the crazy part is that like the lady who got it is like, oh, you said it wasn't open and it has fingerprints. I was like, it must be from the factory because it wasn't me. I didn't touch that thing because I was afraid to even take it out.
That's something, man. I don't know. Some people, for whatever reasons, get really weird with that stuff. I only want an 18-inch Batman, but that one will be hard to get. It and it is and it isn't. The problem with, okay, so
Are
here's
we
something I've
still
come across.
here?
Here's something I've come across when it comes to buying and selling. Greatest example. Hey, Umpty, thank you for coming out, man. I really appreciate it. Just to give you guys an example, I don't know if anybody knows, but I collect Fallout figures.
Well,
It's a little unknown secret, but
no,
and
I'm
Freddy.
just curious. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm curious what Lord of the Seven String is saying. I think only the Funko Shop one is the one that has value. I think the other one is still pretty.
Yeah, the Adam West one. The Adam West one went up in value. The other one,
Cause
it is a little more expensive, but it's not more expensive than when it first came out.
yeah,
I
uh,
mean,
and
and
the
its
only
value
reason
is
is
only
because
based on rare. It is based on stock, not
yeah,
on actual like want.
yeah. All right. So
Um,
what you were saying about Fallout?
uh, I totally forgot because Fallout. Freddy Funko Vault Boy. PPG is just under 400. Every place I've seen somebody sell it for 600 because people are wanting, basically want what they want. they're going above that. I got Umdi got his first NFT promo complete. If anyone has Wax Wallet, message me your ID and IG, and I'll send you one. Oh,
Huh,
that's very
cool.
that's very generous of you, buddy.
Yeah. Um.
I should make my
Good.
own NFTs.
Oh God. Um. He. I might think with the whole thing about PPG and all that stuff.
Mm.
Yes, it is the value of what it is, but when you get to a certain number, it's what the person's willing to pay for it at that point. When you get past like 400, it or even sometimes even 300, like once you get past those numbers, people can ask. Obviously asking $1,000 for it is crazy, but I can't get mad at somebody trying to get 400 out of it, or whatever it is. It is what it is. It's the name of the game. If you want it bad enough, somebody will pay for it.
I
And if it's a,
had some. Sorry, go ahead.
if it's a limited piece, even more so. Like if it's not a limited piece or a con piece, okay, now you're maybe pushing it a little bit. But limited pieces, I understand a little bit more. I have a little bit more understanding for that.
I'm actually trying to find the Batman on here, although that's probably going to be next to impossible because I don't even know what the box number on that is.
What, the 18-inch?
Yeah,
You can probably just put 18-inch Batman.
well, I did and it didn't show up.
You sure? I used to do it all the time. Let's see.
Hold on.
If we had a red,
Yeah, I found it. Okay, so it's 140. So it's $40 more than what it was at market value.
yeah,
That's
no, it's
that's
not really, because you would have to. You was like when they first came out, you had to pay like $20 to ship it, in a lot of
okay.
places. So it was like
And
120.
the Adam West one is 780.
Well, yeah, that's a limited piece though. It's like, so what,
Yep.
750?
I don't remember. I just remember when it came out and a certain YouTuber was bragging how he managed to score 6 of them, and I was like, yeah, yeah, you're a champion of the people there, pal. I'm happy for you, really, I am.
I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever. I'm not.
uh,
I wasn't worried about it. Big Apple Collectibles is doing
well,
another mystery box.
put it this way. This person I would honestly have called a wellness check on them for that.
Jesus, Tats, you're a monster for telling me that.
Their Big Apple Collectibles doing another mystery box with a PA Vegeta.
Planet Arlia Vegeta.
Oh, okay. I was like PAX. I was thinking PX. I was like,
PX.
oh, yeah. I was thinking PX for a second. I was like, doesn't seem really. I mean,
No, yeah. Well, no,
yeah,
no.
but
Planet Arlia, yeah, that's a little bit different.
I don't know. I got like 5 of them holding my bed up right now.
Uh-huh.
This is why I'm not insanely rich because I'd be the kind of guy, where, I really don't want this, and just next thing I know, I'm getting random messages. Not even random. I think people would actually just use their real Instagram. But yeah, the 18-inch Batman 700, and if I remember too, a lot of those came with broken necks.
The first ones I remember did. The second one with the Funko Shop exclusive, I didn't hear as much. It might have been just because they were just saying Batman and they wouldn't say it was the Funko Shop one. Because
Mm.
all I ever heard was the 18-inch Batmans had a lot of issues with their heads. I never really heard specifically that the Funko Shop one was too. So
Uh,
it's because it's kind of it's kind of a mouthful to say. It's like people are just gonna say, "Oh, my 18-inch Batman came broken."
I just heard. Well, the first thing I remember seeing was somebody posting a thing. Batman has a broken neck, and I was like, "Oh God, what storyline are they doing now?" And then I open it up, and it's like, I see this. I see this 18-inch Batman, and the guy's like taking it out of the box, and the body's moving, but the head is just staying in the box and was right off the spring.
Well, there's no spring on those.
Not spring, but like off the nub
The
that it
peg.
sits on. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, oh wow.
He said there's 3 mystery boxes for that. Let me see. I don't see it. If anybody missed out on Blade, they have. Oh, those are all shared stickers. Never mind.
Beggars can't be choosers.
That's true. Although, jeez, what they did to Dead Zone is just terrible.
I'd love. Well, he can tell his story when everything is set right. But yeah, that was pretty horrible. Hey, I wanna test the rooms here. So, anybody here get the Fun Day box, and have they received their second shipment yet? Because I have not. Neither has Mitch, and I'm not upset over it, but Jesus, man, I'd like them. Here's my deal with anybody, and LBD knows my. I've proselytized this enough times. If you can't meet your obligations for all that is good and holy, please send an email to your customers and say, "Hey, there's been a problem. Here's an ETA." Doesn't even have to be an actual ETA. I work in customer service. I can give you an ETA and make you leave the phone feeling happy about yourself until you play back what I said and realize I didn't really commit to anything.
Huh.
Well, I got a box here to open, and can you guess where it's from?
Uh, oh yeah, Michi.
Yeah, it's and he sent it from this place called Fragile.
Well, both those mystery boxes sold out, by the way. It was $60 and $65.
Hmm,
Huh.
they are gone.
Yeah, they're gone. I'm not
Now,
surprised.
now, LBD, take a note from Mitch. Notice something? They're all, normal tape. Nothing extravagant.
Eh, I'm okay with my decisions.
Oh, I swear, one day, boy, one day.
You only live life once.
Only if you do it wrong. I hate that expression. YOLO, man, YOLO. Yeah, because
I have
what?
I have wanna buy some. Oh, I
I
bet
bet
there's
those
some
very
Freddy sitting
biscuits.
in a container somewhere in China.
Oh man, China's shipping right now has had like the most horrible luck.
Oh,
First,
didn't they just shut down the whole airport?
yeah, they shut down a whole airport. They've also had flooding. I mean, they've had floodings, pestilence. I mean, they're about maybe a few more plagues off from actually having a.
Each box is guaranteed to have 4 pops, 2 fig pins, all
Oh
anime
wow.
related. Every
So
box is guaranteed to have one exclusive Funko in it.
I got. Oh wow. So I have one of Mitch's stickers already, but now I got one of his pins. So I will. That's going on my
Excuse me.
book bag. Hold on
One of
here.
the long pins?
Yeah, it's the one that I could probably wear at work, and someone would think it was a name tag.
Yeah.
Totally Mitch and
How about you
collectibles,
make yourself big, buddy? It'll be a lot easier.
because that's my problem. I'm too big. Hold on. Do 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 do. Okay,
And
there we go. We got.
it's
Which
uh Epic Mystery Box from Boom Loot. Tonight's mystery theme is Epic Vaulted Exclusive Volume 31 set of 2.
what the? This is different.
Uh,
Oh, I see what he did. Oh, that's cool. That was smart, Mitch.
what do you
So
do?
not only did he wrap it in bubble wrap, but he threw it in this.
Oh
So I was
yeah.
like, so I got a mystery grail from Mitch. Put it in the, put it in the comments, and whoever guesses what's in here wins it. I'm kidding, by the way. The answer is not going to happen. But all I can think of is the reason why some haven't received theirs yet is unless they screwed up and sent the boxes out to people who didn't order. It's possible. Or maybe we're just
uh,
or maybe we're just the really, really special ones that will get a super limited edition Freddy, like one of one. It's like some guy just like threw a bunch of macaroni together. This is macaroni Freddy. That just looks like a bunch of tape on your desk that you. Oh wow, this is an excellent show. Now this is truly an epic.
huh.
When you have a moment, LBD, I know you're busy.
What's up?
Nothing. See what I got?
Oh, yeah. I knew it was in there.
Did you? Did you now? Be
Huh?
funny. I open it up. There's a note from Mitch. I owe you one. Black. Blacklight Venom.
And the crazy part is, he hit me up like right after I already had bought one. I was like, damn it.
Well, I'm glad he was able. He was able to set. I was able to get a really good. Did your Alexa just like talk to you? Because you said,
There's a
"Damn it."
new message.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, she's willing to answer to anything right now. Thank you, Mitch. This is really great. You did an amazing job. And you know what? I like the fact that how you sent this. There was no glitter, no aluminum tape, no excessive saran wrap, no wild weasels, no killer bees, no masked luchadoras waiting for to beat the crap out of me when I picked this up. It was great. By the way, LBD, those aren't ideas, so don't even try to incorporate it. You're on mute, buddy. Okay, so let's read his lips. What do you think he's saying? He wants a vacuum.
I was answering the message that I got on my Alexa.
Okay. I figured you well, the thing you said to me, it looked like you said you wanted to vacuum.
No. Close.
Oh, okay. Huh. Did you ever watch that YouTube channel Bad Lip Reading?
I think I watched it with you.
My favorite is with Obama and he's giving some speech and there's a line is like save a pretzel for the gas jet. Save a pretzel for the gas jets. Sounds like a very lovely time in your home right now. Very peaceful, serene.
I can't wait till it's actually peaceful again.
Uh how is that even going to happen? I mean, no offense, but around this time your kid would be in won't be in school.
No, but
Life.
I'll explain it to you later. Somebody won't be injured.
Did you hurt your kid again? We talked about
No,
this.
no,
A sack of oranges is not a substitute for a pillow fight.
no.
Yeah. By the
Actually,
way, he won't buy a juicer. He just puts them in a pillowcase and starts beating things with it.
speaking about the kid though, I actually did open up her. I opened up the child's bank account where they get like their own little debit card and everything. And there's money deposited in there, but she can't. It's deposited in her account, but
Hmm.
it only there's a section where it separates the account from the spending account,
Yeah.
so she has to earn her money, like what she actually has in there.
Oh wow.
So you can assign chores and amounts to each chore.
Huh.
That zone was telling me about that yesterday, and I was wondering where he found that like that setup at. Apparently, it's attached to the actual type of account already.
Well, that's cool. I know we had a similar thing here when I was growing up. I did what I was supposed to, and my parents provided me with food and clothing. It was a really great system.
Well, it's her own money. She got it for her birthday and Christmas and stuff like that. It's not like
No, no,
I put money into it.
no, no. What I'm explaining to you is that we didn't have anything like that. I just had to do what I had to do because I was told to.
Oh yeah, but here's the thing: it's not really about her earning the money. Well, it is about her earning the money,
Mhm.
but I'm saying it's not about giving her money. It's more about her learning how that she has to earn stuff. You
Quick
know,
draw. Ask your mom. Seemed like one of those ask your mom type moments.
well, you know what? I've seen what some people can do with grapefruits. There is a big talent. You should look into it. You might be a pro at it.
6 months later, he's making millions of dollars. LBD's like, well, he showed me.
Oh yeah, I can't even be mad. I was like, I want my finder's fee.
It's not really a finder's fee if he discovers his latent power. I mean,
I gave him the idea. I sparked it. Okay, leave me alone.
yeah, I was gonna say,
No.
yeah.
Next, just look up grapefruit
Don't
something, and
you know what? It's quick draw. I'm sure he could figure it out. He's a
yeah,
smart boy.
yeah.
Oh, so basically, looks like everybody got oh, looks like unboxing got that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
actually, we should ask unboxing. Do you still have any candy left?
yeah, that Boomaloo box looks really good, but without a picture of what's actually gonna be in it, I'm not a I don't do that kind of stuff, which is fine. It's two pops only though, so it should be always good.
Yeah, I've I was talking to somebody a while back because they were asking how come I don't do mystery boxes as much, and it's like when you get to a certain point where your collection reaches a certain level, like I I'll desperately need to do a purge, and I have an idea of how I'm going to go about it. But in the meantime, when you get a collection to a certain level, I have I have type 2 diabetes, so I hardly even eat it. Well, my friend, if you ate that, I'm sure you will hit type 5, the secret level.
Yeah,
I I'm not diabetic, but same deal. I have a coffee cup that's sitting over there filled with candy from people's boxes that they've given me. And I occasionally pick into it, but there's some stuff in there that's been in there for a while. I probably should just take it to work and put it on my desk. There's enough food vultures there. I'm sure somebody will find it.
oh, you did devour those Twinkies fast enough, and that's with you giving away a box.
The Twinkies took about 3 months. I I I I think I did pretty well considering there's what how many in a box?
I don't remember. It was maybe 6 or 12.
They're talking about grapefruit. Why am I confused? Lisa, the better part of ignorance is being bliss sometimes, and this is one of those moments where I'm going to
Lisa,
want
you
to be
know where to
bliss.
find these things. Don't be confused if you're curious.
And don't talk to Quick Draw. Just don't. That's the last place you want to go. That is the last. Oh boy, he's like the gatekeeper for the dark web. He's like, let me show you my world.
Actually, you know what?
What?
I can just message them.
Don't.
Oh, it says
Save it for.
mystery box coming soon. Oh, I guess they haven't released that Planet
Hmm.
Arlia one.
Well,
Okay, cool.
clearly we need to go. Clearly we need to go online and start a complaint revolution.
Complete revolution. Oh, there's enough people to do that.
Well, Lord knows we inadvertently started one the other time when we just took pictures of our fingers.
Oh
What's the
God.
dark web? Oh, please, Ross. You probably have you probably have property there, okay? You you probably have your house there and you have a summer chalet and an occasion and a nice little place in Aspen to go to. But how you doing, buddy?
What's up, Ross? I haven't even seen you that much so recently.
It's good to see you're alive and kicking. Uh, so I told you I won the Shang Tsung autograph picture. Apparently
Yeah,
60
you
bucks.
did. Yeah.
60 bucks was the golden number.
Huh. It's not so bad, considering you usually pay more than that for an entry, and then probably gonna be like 40, $50 just to get the damn thing.
So, I'm going to announce this for myself. Just so everyone knows, the plan to go to the great city of New York, unfortunately, we'll have to wait until another time because basically it came down to trying to get my pass. I damaged my passport by accidentally putting it through the wash, uh, and so I had to get it. I had to get
Idiot
it
tax.
renewed. And every time I went there, they were like, the first thing I was told was, "Oh, you can't get a new passport unless it's 28 days prior to you going." I said, "Okay, fine." So I waited like 2 weeks, went back and changed my story. And then it's like, "Well, that's true, it's 28 days, but now you also need some paperwork showing that you have a reason to be there." And I was like, "Are you kidding me? There are people going to Florida to the beaches of Miami. How does that proving that how are they pulling it off?" Well, that it's one of those situations. Well, we can't really we can't talk about other people. We have to deal with your situation. It's like, huh? So what you're saying is I'm getting screwed. I didn't use those words. I get so fed up with the government to a certain point. It's like, you know what? I get it. There's a large stone wall. It's fine. I'll walk away. So plan B is now in motion, and this is plan B. So I am going to the Fan Expo in Toronto at the end of October. Luckily, my work is very fluid with my vacation time. So I explain the situation. So I will be going to the Fan Expo. Quarter Gas is pretty cool. It's a shame what happened to the set though. The set was there for years, and then some kids decided that it would look better on fire. Um, so I have going to the fan expo now. Right now, the guests are pretty limited. They're only limiting the amount of people that can go. So far, the celebrities that have caught my interest that I'm wanting to go and see is I want to see Robert Patrick. Uh, you okay, LBD? What's
Yeah.
going?
No,
Um,
I'm leaving that chat I was telling you about
mm,
because it's irritating the hell out of me.
no. Robert Patrick, I want to see.
That's still a pretty good list of people though.
I still want to see Ray Fisher. I already told you what I want to do. Okay, so guys, this is something I want to do, and I realize it's probably in horrible bad taste, but the Machiavellian in me just wants to. I really want to go up to him, get his autograph. I go. So how's that apology coming from Warner Brothers? Are they like any day now?
As you hand them one of your pops and he just crushes it in his hand.
Oh no, I'd probably get I'd probably just have like two very large burly men just scoop me arm to arm and walk, you know, and walk me away. Uh, Michael Rooker, I would like to see. The main guy is I want to see is Adam Savage. Personally, I'd like to see, considering that these two aren't really, they tolerate each other. I could imagine what it'd be like putting them in a room.
He's new. He wasn't there before.
Who?
I don't know what his name is.
Who are you looking at?
The ones you were just pointing at, not George. I don't know how to say his last name.
George
I'm not
Takei?
gonna. Yeah, there you
George
go.
Takei? Yes.
Yeah,
No, he was there.
I didn't see him when we were looking at it the other day.
You know what? We're live, so I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Is it because?
Uh huh. Got now that the actors from. I didn't see the detective either. What's his name? Like I only saw
Yeah,
two of them from Lucifer. I didn't see the last
yeah,
guy.
he was there too because they announced all three of these guys together.
Mm. I
Wow.
know somebody who's a big fan of her, including myself. But
Well, you know, things can happen. But I still want to be able to go and see him. I don't get because I don't think
I heard he's a prick.
Matthew Lewis
Yeah,
has he done anything past
I
Harry
don't know,
Potter?
but I know I heard he's like a real big prick,
Big prick.
especially to like his service. It's like the people who serve him and stuff in restaurants.
Well, let's see what he's done. See if
It's like
there's
real
anything up.
obnoxious, apparently.
All creatures great and small. Baby done. Terminal. Girlfriend.
I think
Drunk
he actually
history.
went to go yell at the kitchen staff one time.
Uh, drunk history. Rip Street. Happy Valley. Okay, so this is stuff I've never heard of. Oh, apparently he was in Harry Potter. In case you missed it.
Yeah, I think.
So yeah, literally a bunch aside from Harry Potter. There's a bunch of stuff I've never heard of. I, oh no, it's not true. I've heard of Ripper Street. Heard of, never really saw it. So, but interesting. Well,
Well, they're always going to show the top stuff he's been in. I've
oh,
seen
well, yeah.
obviously the Harry Potter stuff, and then the other one where it's like the romantic comedy thing or romantic movie, whatever you want to call it.
Apparently, Robert Patrick is one. Hey, Bev. Apparently he's a
The
real
best.
gearhead.
Oh yeah.
Well, quick draw. If you can get your ass down here, I do have a hotel room, and you'd be more than welcome to sleep on the floor. But he's but I'd love to see Robert Patrick. Just because I think it'd be really interesting. But that is my master plan, and I actually paid for a hotel that happens to be
and
attached to the convention hall, which
and
I've
there is
never.
one cosplayer I would like to see. I've always enjoyed her stuff.
Well, the cost. Gee, let's figure out. Okay, guys, because there's only two. Let's figure out which one is it going to be. Which one? Which one does LBD have a thing for? I figured it out on the first go.
You're such a douche.
How the fact that you I can guess I can guess what you're into just because it's not that difficult. Is that a horrible thing?
It's not that hard. I've kind of Maybe
No,
I don't
you've
know.
never shown. See, even Lisa knows you well enough.
Yeah, because I've said it. I'm not really into blondes. Even a blonde cosplay just
Hello,
doesn't
mother.
have the
Mother dearest, how
same
are you?
effect. You see, your son is bullying me. Tell him to leave me alone.
Oh, she can do that. She can call
Hey,
me and
Debbie.
tell me that if she wants, but my phone's in the bedroom on silent. So,
If your mother calls you, you're picking that phone up.
oh, I pick it up from my watch and then I'd say, yeah, I'm busy.
There you
So
go.
she knows where I am right now.
See,
Yeah, I've never. You know what's funny? Funny story. We went one year to see the fan expo, and they had a cosplayer there, and I never knew still alive and kicking. That's good. Always keep kicking, especially kicking. Punching too. Punching's okay. Biting maybe not so much.
as long as you're kicking him, I'm cool with it.
Wow, we clearly know what camp you're in.
Yeah,
Um, so my friend had never seen cosplayers. Now there are good cosplayers
I
or
know this
ones that go
story.
for, and there was these two cosplayers that were dressed as the Baroness from GI Joe. So we're talking cat suits, tight leather, tight vinyl, and I had a camera, and I realized I didn't have the camera. He had the uh, he knows enough to suck it up. um, so he had the camera, and I was like, "Hey, you want to get a picture?" Because he was staring at their, you know, we're
Their
we're still in
glutes, the
college.
glutes.
Oh, he was staring at the glutes. He was staring at everything, and I was like, "Hey, you want to get a picture?" So he gets a picture of them, and the picture's on my Facebook. I promised him I would never show the picture. I never said anything about telling the story. So if you go on my Facebook, you'll find it eventually. It's there. So and my pictures are public. So, anyways, he gets the picture and he looks at the camera and he's all smiling. And I said, "Hey, I got something to tell you." And he's like, "What?" And I lean over and I go, "They're both guys." He's like, "No, no, 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 they're not." No, I said, "Look at their hips, look at the shoulders, and the Adam's apple will be the dead giveaway." And he's like, "No, no, no, no." And he's trying to internalize his feelings because he's not really sure what to feel now. Because 5 seconds ago, he had lust in his eyes. Now he's confused because his emotions have betrayed him. Uh,
I think
so he,
I think more than his emotions betrayed him.
well,
Okay.
we're all adults here. I'm sure somebody could figure it out. Especially Quick Try. I think he's probably at the end of the story already. So one of them comes over and says in a very very masculine voice, "Excuse me, could you tell me the time?" And pulls his phone out and goes, "Yeah, it's 10:15. Thank you. You're welcome." And the guy walks away dressed as the Baroness, and my friend's going, "Why would you do that to me? I didn't do anything to you. You did it to yourself. You were staring at them for like a solid 5 minutes."
It's not that hard to figure out, to be honest. I
Well, no,
don't
no,
care.
their backs were turned to us. I didn't. My brain at the time was like, the measurements don't look right. Right. But he's clearly not looking at measurements. He's looking at other things. It wasn't until he turned around that I saw the Adam's apple, and I was like, even just trying to mess with somebody's fantasy. Sigmund Freud, if he was alive today, you have issues.
Oh
uh,
god.
that whole convention, that's all I did was it's like, so you want to get any more pictures? He's like, no. He also the same convention he went and saw the guys for Red versus Blue. They had the entire cast up there, and he goes to get their autograph. And of course, when you get an autograph, sometimes
What the
they're
hell is red versus blue?
yeah.
No, I don't
Sometimes
know
when you
what
get
it
an
is.
autograph, they're on a podium, so they're slightly higher, so you have to like reach up to get your autograph and stuff.
Hmm.
And he's standing there looking at them, and he's like, uh, and I'm looking, I'm going, oh god. So I get up and I walk up beside him and said, my friend would like to say hello, and he's like, yeah, yeah, hello. And he's a huge fan of yours, and he enjoys your work. He showed me a lot of your stuff, and they're like, oh, thank you. And he's like, yeah, I like your stuff. And I was like, and he was wondering if he could get an autograph. He goes, yeah, I'd like an autograph. And they signed a picture for him, right? And he paid them, and he's like, thank you. And he walked away and he goes, I just made a complete ass of myself, didn't I? I said, "Yep." Every time I talked, you finished. You just copied like the last 5 words.
Wait, what the? I don't know what that show is, or what are you talking about? What is it?
Red versus Blue basically was machinima, and they were doing they were taking assets from Halo,
Uh-huh.
and they were doing their own like little sitcom and stuff. And he really liked the show, and I to his credit, it's not a bad for its time. It was funny, and it's still funny to a certain degree, but
Hmm.
I've never seen anybody starstruck that bad, like just standing there like, "Hi," and and of course because they're like a group of like 6 people looking at him, and he's like, they had the high ground, so clearly they were going to win. It was just it was so I felt so awkward for him and so bad. That's why I was like, because when you get when you get autographs in a line, you're usually there they serpentine the line, right? So
Yeah,
I'm leaning against a pillar and I'm watching him get through the line, and he's like the second last person, and then he's just standing there, and he's got the picture in his hand and he's holding it up, and I'm watching this like grown ass 22-year-old man suddenly become a 5-year-old seeing Santa for the first time.
yeah.
That was a trip. That was a great convention.
Yeah,
That was
I've never been to. Well, I can't say never been to a convention. I've never been to a Comic Con type situation. I've been to car shows a lot. I did a lot
uh
of car shows growing up.
well, the Fan Expo, I can tell you that was also the same one because he we went back to Hamilton and we took the train back all the way like to nobody here will know it, but we took it back to the Appleby station, and that's when we learned if you are a guy and you're using the toilet in a GO train, wait until you get off the train and use it at the station, because just as soon as you're ready to do your thing, that's when the train's going to do this, rocking back and forth. Love of God,
Yeah,
man, exit out of that chat already.
I did.
Did NY Auto Show? I did the NY. I was never big in the auto shows. I mean, I like some of the
Yeah.
classic cars, but I haven't.
No, my favorite part, Sean, is when they called it the NY Auto Show, and half the time it wasn't even in New York. It was like
In
it was in
Jersey.
like Jersey.
I could see
Yeah,
that.
and it happens all the time. Even the WrestleMania, they would say WrestleMania from New York. It's in freaking. It was in Giant Stadium or whatever. I forget what it's called now. I'm
Oh
like,
wow.
really? You're like a bridge and a boat ride away from New York at
Hey
this
Sharon,
point.
thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. The other thing I wanted to show too, before I forget, is voice actors. Uh, it
Hey
was funny
Sharon.
too because I was with LBD when I was showing these voice actors, and I actually had to look them up who some of them were. So without even looking up, I know who he is because he did the voice of Bender. Her, I wasn't so familiar with. Tara Strong, I mean, the woman's done voices for everything.
Yeah, we've seen that.
Like, I swear to God, she probably does Foley sounds for like opening pickle jars, and you wouldn't know it. Chris Sabat, has he done anything? Like, is he in anything?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
You sure? Because it sounds like a bit of a
Probably,
nobody.
I guarantee he's probably like the number one voice actor.
I no no I no number one voice actor when it comes to anime, because number one voice actor is Nolan North. That guy is in everything. If you ever get a chance to look up his voice acting credits, for like the first 5 years, he was getting like little tiny bit parts and everything, and all of a sudden, he started getting in like every video game. He's like
Yeah.
he's
Apparently, Quick Draw got a second place trophy from Audio Gem in Sound System Comp.
oh nice, congratulations, buddy. Um, curious I'm curious to see that when it finally comes in. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I am going to get his autograph. Maybe I should get him to sign a Dragon Ball. I hear he loves signing Dragon Ball Z pops.
He does. He hates the Goku. He'll
Oh,
charge you extra. He'll charge you extra to sign a Goku and destroy it.
oh, really?
Yeah, that's what he does now. because he got tired of it. He was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. He charges extra to sign it and destroy the pop, and he'll like doodle on the pop too.
Huh.
And he'll put like
What's
weird comments.
why
Like,
does he have such a hate on for it? Just out of curiosity, is it just because?
well, they're technically rivals in the show,
Oh, okay.
so it's
So he's just playing it up.
yeah, basically. But he, it's a character that he doesn't play, so I guess he doesn't prefer. He prefers not to sign those.
Oh,
But
I'm familiar with that. That's what I thought it was over, but I was just curious. Maybe
yeah,
um
so
because
he plays on the whole rivalry that they have in the show, and he'll like doodle on the face and he'll like write comments on the box and sign it.
oh,
Yeah,
well, I mean, both of them are going to be there, so
yeah.
maybe I'll get them to autograph like two, like go, oh,
So
and hand him one and hand him like the opposite one.
yeah, I haven't heard anything about people handing Schimmel Goku's. I mean Vegeta's. So I don't know how that would go. But I've heard so far like both of them are really good like fan interaction overall, and they actually do voices of other characters I enjoy besides Goku and Vegeta. Both of them.
Yes. If anybody's wondering, I do read the Hamilton Police Blotter just because I find it interesting. And we'll close that.
Yeah,
Actually, I'm secretly a superhero, and that's why I fight crime.
yeah. Anytime you see him go away from his screen, he's just taking care of something real quick.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fighting the my greatest villain ever, my bladder. It gets close to winning some days.
Well, Superman has a rock, Batman has a clown. You have your bladder.
Yeah, yeah. On a scale of threatening, and every year I get older, it's a harder villain to fight.
Oh, I said that was years ago. I'll have to go find it and take a picture of it. Also, a few trophies from paintball tournaments. Ah,
Yes, he'd show up early while they were on the field and steal them.
Lisa, you only hate paintball because it hurts, but that's
Well,
the
it
fun part
does.
of it,
Try playing paintball in the winter, and like after 2 hours.
buddy. I lived in the place where people would freeze their balls. Okay.
Okay, but we're talking about paintball. What you do for
Yeah.
fun is your
No,
business.
no, no. Freeze their paintball. Stop being a douche. Like people do that all the time. And I actually, you make jokes, but I went paintballing in a couple of different countries and stuff. And one time my uncle was there, and he tried to sneak up on us from behind, and I heard him, and I turned around quick, and I shot at him, and he was crouching, he
Hmm.
wasn't crouching, he was kind of like sitting down a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
like just kind of but he wasn't on his knees. So when I turned around and shot at him, I caught him right in the nutsack. And all I see is him, and I didn't notice. All I see him is he tips over. I
So
was like,
my finger was on the
"Ooh."
trigger guard, right? And
Mm,
somebody shot me, and their paintball had slightly frozen. Hadn't frozen all the way, and
mm-hmm.
it caught me between the finger and the trigger guard. And
Oh,
apparently, because I had a mask on, all you could see is my eyes and my face get red. And the guy who hit me put his gun up and was like, "I'm so sorry." It just kept sorry, and I was like, and I wasn't angry. Like I didn't yell. I because I didn't want to draw attention to myself. And
yeah.
I went, "I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm going inside." And I go inside, and of course, because I'm not wearing like big thick gloves, I'm wearing like finger gloves.
Mm-hmm.
I take them off, and my finger is just
Oh, yeah, you're lucky you were able to get the damn thing off in the first place. But I know after that I was young, so I took off. I was like, I'm out.
I'm drinking my tea. I never ever say something like that, Sean. I almost spit my tea out. Okay. What was the other thing? But yeah,
uh, Lord of Seven Strings, honestly, it's a good experience, and if you can go over here and like from between here and PA, I know there's like a bunch of like places where they do like there's like they have like castles and western settings and just like regular forts and stuff. It's pretty cool. And
yeah,
forest.
there's a place up here along the Highway 6, which is just past the airport, where this I guess this guy wasn't a successful farmer, so he literally just built like a different paintball fields in the back.
Yeah, they did that here. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was a place, and I don't know if it still exists, called Sergeant Splatters, which is basically a warehouse. Oh, okay.
Well, then it
uh, but
happens.
um, but oh god, now I'm like totally derailed. And so
Um,
it's a big giant warehouse, and they have like all these old cars, and I
yeah.
played in there once with this was, oh god, I think I was like 18 because I went there with some family, like my dad's side of the family, and one of my cousins thought he could sneak because um, the cars, what they do is they put screening across the windows because they're obviously derelict cars. They're just meant
Mhm.
they're not meant for you to go inside. And one of my cousins thought it'd be really cool for him to sneak in one of the cars and wait for somebody to come by and like snipe them. And you know that Winnie the Pooh where Winnie the Pooh gets stuck in the tree?
Yeah.
That's what happened to him.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
somebody thought it would be funny to like shoot him in the ass because he was stuck. Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
it
he was
was.
he was sitting like this in the car afterwards
Yeah.
because you
Well,
got padding everywhere else except the underside of your cheeks.
it's funny no matter what. No, I'm sorry. That would be funny. It would be funny if it happened to me, but seeing it, yeah. Another one. Another one that the reason I don't like laser tag though, for the most part, is that a lot of the laser tag guns, the way they're set up, you have to hold the bottom of it, or
Yeah.
there's some format of reload, or there's always something where you got to use another hand. So it's always a pain in the ass for me. Like
My
it's not worth it.
The only thing what I don't
And
like about laser tag is at least the one in Niagara Falls, their guns were like heavy as crap, man. And you're right, you had to hold it with two hands, not because for a reload factor, because they had a little button on button by the
yeah,
trigger guard. You could just move your finger up and push.
yeah.
Hey, Ken, but that those guns were
Well,
heavy, man.
well, when you put the ones that I most of the ones I've seen throughout my whole life, it's
Yeah,
you hold the gun and then on the front when you're holding the other part of it, there's a sensor there to show that you're trying to shoot.
hello,
So you
Vendora.
have
Thank you for coming out.
so you have to put your hand on the sensor to use it. So the
Yeah.
way I found the work around it, I would grab the gun and I would have to put it. So I'm
Hmm.
basically aiming like this all the time, and that gets tiring, man. It's hard to do that with this arm, man, and it was annoying, and I didn't like it. And that's why
Hey,
I
hey
try
guys,
to
I'm just
avoid
looking.
laser tag.
Sorry, I don't normally do this, but I want to see if I can try to get over 25. I'm at 18 likes. If you guys haven't hit that like button, please do so. It actually gets the channel out there a little bit more, and I really would appreciate it. But I think the reason why, like the laser take place in Niagara Falls, LBD, the reason why their guns were so big was
Hmm.
because kids would fall. So I'm willing to bet like 80% of the weight of that gun was just in hard plastic to prevent it from getting broken.
Yeah, but I never understood why you need a safety on the laser tag gun. Like,
Well, ours, though, the place that I went to, everything was connected through Wi-Fi.
yeah,
So when the game was over, all the vests and everything deactivated.
yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why do you need a sensor? Like, basically, the sensor like you couldn't shoot unless you had like something touching that
Yeah,
sensor. Like, and it
I
was annoying.
I
And
like it. It's like
a lot of places were like that. So, and it's crazy because the one time I had the most fun in laser tag, there was a guns like that, but I was in Vegas, and in the Circus Hotel,
yeah.
in the part of the, the amusement park part of it, and I met
Mhm.
like people from overseas and stuff like that. And we got into a group, and we just kept going back in there all together. And if it wasn't for that, I think I would have not liked playing in that specific area because that's how those guns were.
Well, the place in Niagara Falls actually had mirrors everywhere, so you could actually bank shots off.
Oof.
So they had this crow's nest in the middle of the room, except they had these mirrors on the ceiling. So if you aimed it right, it would bounce and hit them in the back.
Oh
So I'm just
wow.
like sitting there because by about the fifth game, I'm out of breath. I can't run anymore. There's like little to no AC in this place. So after like 5 games, you're soaked in your own sweat. So I was like just sitting there in a corner and just pepper spraying this mirror and watching my points go up.
Well, Ken, people were still running
Yeah.
People run that way anyway when they're holding,
Oh yeah. Or you watch the bigger kids like grab a little kid and use them as a human shield. It's like, yeah, that's our future right there. I watched some kid grab called his brother, and his brother comes running out and grabs the
Oh
kid by his
man,
vest and holds him as a human shield.
that's
What
terrible.
made it even more funny is that kid going, "Look at me, I'm helping."
Oh god, hold on, I I gotta fix something on my chair.
uh, he has a special plug that he sits on to make sure he doesn't slip off the chair. And right now, he's probably giving me the finger. uh, so I'm wondering if this Wednesday or possibly Thursday if we'll get a Funko drop. I know LBD had showed us that there's a possibility of an 18-inch Iron Man. I'm really hoping that that's not the case because I would like to get that, but the reshipping on that would kill me. You know what, Ken? We should probably do that next time. Next time we get together, do a little find some laser tag and have some fun. Uh, be a very very long
I
time.
see. I don't see Lori playing because she'll probably turn up to be the human shield.
Look at me, I'm helping. Oh,
Man, but yeah, like I said, if I haven't looked into it, but there's actually they closed down the Models in a mall over here, and they turned it into a laser tag place.
well, I mean, if things go the way I hope they go, we could do laser tag when you come down here, buddy. I'm
Hmm.
kidding. The answer is no. I am not doing 2 days at a convention and then going and playing laser tag. I will not be able to run. I will not be able to walk. I will
But
literally just.
I don't mind considering what your master plan for me is. I'll be well
Oh
rested.
yeah. Oh, very much so. Like that Rick and Morty episode. So basically, I'm like the Coke can at Fantasy Island. Yeah, basically. I see a lot of pistol whipping in my future, and not and not me being the one doing it. Not the face, not the face. You know what? The face is fine. Oh god, this is so much better.
Oh man.
It's funny we talk about that stuff. I have a 22 caliber air rifle, and I've thought of ways of how to get rid of it. And at this point, I'm thinking of next time my one cousin owns a farm. If he happens to come back out here this way again, I'm going to say, "Hey, you know what? Extra $20 in gas. You want to swing by here, pick it up, and take it back home with you, please?" Because the one day he's like, "Well, why didn't you just bring it all the way to Peterborough?" I was like, "And how in God's name do I do that?" Between point A and point B, there's going to be a phone call going to somebody going, "Yeah, so somebody thought it was a real gun, and I need you to come and collect me."
Well, it'll be an interesting video, Just you film your way, you film your trip, and then eventually all we see is you dropping to the ground.
No, you know what? Instead of dropping to the ground, you just start hearing "Folsom Prison" by Johnny Cash.
Oh
No,
man.
I shot a man in Reno.
Man,
Uh,
I actually it's been a pretty decent day considering everything, and it's oh man, that New York traffic is something serious because I just realized Claire's still not here.
I don't perceive that being an issue. I'm sure we can arrange something if and when it happens. It's still in the works. Worst case scenario, we can just ship them back by DHL. See it. We'll charge
Hmm.
you COD and have you DOA. Make sure you purposely go. We'll set it up so that way you purposely go through Detroit, then Miami, then.
Oh God, I'll be
What
home. I'll be
year is
home
it?
next. I'll be home next year.
What year is it?
Because then the holiday will hit.
Oh God, I've been living off
Uh,
fruit. I've been living off fruitcake.
okay, and I can travel to any. Oh, not any country, but I have the capability to travel by plane.
Yes. Yeah, he owns one of those Cessnas that his last employer flies really low across borders.
Jesus. And then you
Just
wonder
below
why your
radar.
package, and then you wonder why your packages get stuck at customs.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a video coming either out this week or next week. You're gonna see from LBD, and long story short, it
Oh, I'm gonna
uh
pump the hell out of that video. By the way, that's probably gonna be my other than my
no, it's
other
never.
favorite video. That's probably gonna be one I'm gonna push out a lot.
You're like setting the family out in Honduras. Hey,
I can.
why are we watching this fat
Some
Canadian?
of them,
Oh, you'll see.
I'll tell them like, no. All I gotta tell them is like, look, I sent this box. You want to see this? That's it. That's all it takes.
See, it's moments
They
like
don't
this.
even
I
need
wish
to
I knew somebody.
understand you.
I really
What is
wish
that?
I knew somebody still with a welder, so I could actually do the opening of the video with me with just the welder's helmet going on. Hi, come with me while I open up his box. Throw the helmet on, spark it up.
Oh, you know what?
He has a Funko
Eh,
Pop mule.
I have done it before. To Arizona.
Uh,
And Arizona and
yeah, it was
Alabama.
awkward too. He was the only guy that got off the plane dressed as the Southern Belle with a hoop dress, and inside the hoop dress was all the Funko Pops. I do declare, I am here to see my friends.
Such a weirdo.
Oh, Vince just sent me a picture of like a bunch of ghosts. I seem to be the Ghostbuster guy now because every time I get pictures, and I'm grateful for them. Don't get me wrong, guys, because a lot of people let me know stuff that's coming out, and it's like, oh wow, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, like that other box. Yeah, you were half asleep.
Yeah, Arizona and
Honestly,
playground.
I'm probably gonna keep the hell?
Victor
I'm huh? What is it? Arizona and play. Yeah,
and
yes,
playground.
yes, yeah. So it sounds like a title of a bad movie. um,
Coming next on the Hallmark Channel, Arizona and Playground, a story about a man child who doesn't know how to read a room.
but oh god, where were we? Oh, that box. I'm probably gonna end up because I ordered this month's what's it called? Geek Box, right? Geek Box, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is. I ordered this month's. I forgot the reason why right now, but I'm probably gonna end up keeping next month as well, just in case the signature is something you want, and maybe we'll get different. Like, because you know how they do upgrades and stuff. You never
Well,
know.
yeah, because there's the Ghostbusters one, which
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm curious what that's going to be. I really hope to God it's not like some stupid cheesy button. I want an autograph. I want an autograph. It
Well,
probably won't
beggars
be
can
though.
be choosers, buddy.
Oh no, I'm
Although
aware. Hey,
they
look.
were,
I am.
although they were the prominent like displayed on the
Yeah.
thing, so maybe that's a hint. Who
Well, and the
knows?
movie's coming out in November, so but I get a feeling I'm going to make a bet that box specifically will have an autograph, but it won't be one of the original cast. It'll be that the kid that was in Stranger Things. That's the lead actor in that. It'll be him.
Well, maybe you like the movie and you'll be happy with that.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny actually. I was looking at a thank you Facebook for reminding me of things that disappoint me. I was looking at a Facebook post of me sitting in theater going, I really hope this new Ghostbusters movie will be really good. And I'm looking at it going, oh, so young, so naive. I was actually going to
Oh,
reply to my past self and go, hi, this is Future Shaw. No, it was not good. And no, the director's cut was not even any better.
I wish you would have reposted just so I can answer.
Oh God. I remember walking out of that and like somebody messaged me about 2 hours later. It's like, how was it? You know, they say never meet your, your heroes. Yeah, never try to relive your childhood. It's never going to be the same twice. That movie was so horrible. And Kristen Wiig, I like her. I seriously like her. And I know my mom likes Melissa McCarthy, but oh my god, every scene with her was just painful. Just painful. I'm sure there are people out there that like her and think she's a great comedian, and and I say this with no ill intent in what I say. I hope that she has a very great and long career and does the things that she wants. But she is in my mind, she is a one note comedian. She is very good at being that loud, angry, confused person. Yes, no. It's not trash because you see, trash can be used for landfill, and landfills can be parks. That had no like, not even the soundtrack. I even downloaded the soundtrack and tried to listen to it on Spotify, and I was like, oh god. Like, please understand, I have nothing against rap or hip hop or anything like that, but the second Ghostbuster soundtrack is more hip hop and rap, and I still liked it. I couldn't like the remake stuff, and except for X's and O's, that was pretty good. Yes, your other half was here.
Yeah,
We're planning on doing some paintball.
Yes, some shielding and all that stuff.
You might want to rewatch the video.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that was horrible. But it's coming out in November, I guess the American Thanksgiving, because the proper one is Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Kidding. But it is. I want to see it in IMAX 3D with the D-box moving seats, and I hear Toronto actually has a theater where they pump in smells. I'd even go there, or it could just be the patrons, but we'll find out. And LBD is mute again. But yeah, it is definitely something I want to see because
what is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more.
You were on mute. I figured it was okay.
November 11th is when the movie releases.
Okay.
So that's actually Macho's birthday.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I'd invite him, but he'd probably bring that creepy dummy. And
well, it'll fit in with the aesthetic.
You know what? I commend him on doing ventriloquism, and I like, with practice I can imagine where he'll be, but those things creep the hell out of me.
You try having those things as a neighbor, okay? And they had its own rocking chair.
Really? And at night you'd hear British children going, la 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 la. We know all your secrets, Hunter. Melissa McCarthy's now in a Prime program called Nine Perfect, and she's actually really good. Does she play a mute paraplegic and they just keep her in the corner? Because I'd watch it.
God.
What? I'm sorry,
actually, my birthday is actually 3 days after the movie.
So you know what we should do? We here's an idea, and I'll see if I can get Mitch on it. I think he probably would. We'll get a few of us together. We all agree to see it like on a Friday night, obviously at different times, and then we do like we do a show to discuss it.
That sounds pretty good. Sounds good to me.
That's reasonable.
Yeah. Actually, we could probably almost watch it, not simultaneously, but close to the same hours. It doesn't have to be, but I'm pretty sure.
We haven't had matinees here, so it would have to be an evening show. That's why I was saying we do it the next day. Because even if I catch a 6 o'clock show, it's a 2-hour movie. By the time I get home, it's 9 o'clock, and most people are probably going to be wanting to get some sleep. I watch it to have that wig on. Regina Hall kills me. So apparently Lisa Noble and my mother have a similar like. Although I know for a fact that Claire and my mother also have a similar like. They both like Downton Abbey, and it's an okay show. I just, quite frankly, I don't know. My tastes and her tastes are clearly different. Occasionally they intertwine with each other, but there's a lot. There's a vast difference.
Speaking about shows that when I'm watching them, you know what show I stopped watching, and I kind of want to try to find where to pick it up because I don't remember where I stopped. Was
Blue's
Vikings.
Clues? Oh, okay. No, my money was on Blue's Clues actually.
Or never Dora. Watched Blue's Clues or Dora.
Oh,
I'm not that young.
You have a kid.
Thank you. Yeah, but She doesn't watch none of that. Kids don't really watch regular TV now.
Yeah, it's true. I know one of my cousins, he was like, it's funny. I used to look at those shows and think they were stupid. He goes, but now when my kids watch them, they're quiet. I end up finding myself entertained by them.
Shit, I think they're talking about a different show.
Yeah, they're talking. They've now clicked on a favorite show. Well, Lisa Noble, you can find my mother through my Instagram if you two wish to continue and set up. I guess what would be the television equivalent of a book club,
A movie club.
TV club? Actually, I laugh, but I do remember actually when I used to be big watching Arrow. We used to be like that at work. It's like, oh my god, you see that new episode of Arrow? Yeah, yeah. Some villain of the week came out, and then they had a flashback of him on the island. Oh my god, it was so great. 3 years later. So yeah, did you watch Arrow? Yeah. So villain of the week, and then they had a flashback on the island. Why are we still watching it? Oh man, that your best friend? Oh, good to hear. Um, someone just messaged me, and I don't know who it was, and I have no clue who it was. Oh, one of those things. Only the wrong answer is it. Oh, that's funny. That is really funny. I'm gonna show this. I don't normally do these things because I find them repetitive and they're everywhere. Only wrong answers. But apparently, maybe Mitch will know the answer to this question. As a review for Funko Pop Star Wars, can you help this fellow customer? How does this work? It's a Goku Funko Pop, and the lady's asking, how does it work?
It's not a. It's a Baby Yoda pop.
Yeah, but you have to give only wrong answers.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say suppository applicator. The ears let you know you pushed too far.
How does it work? There is no answer to that. It's giving a wrong answer is even hard at that point.
Well, that's why I said suppository applicator. Oh man,
God.
there's some wild stuff. But yeah, that's some weird stuff. It doesn't. There is child labor law. Sean secretly acts like the butler in Downton Abbey. He just doesn't let you know that. Yes. No. She's actually right. I do secretly walk with a limp when I get out of a chair lately. So yes, that is very true. And I'm surrounded by people that I don't quite understand, but I'm forced to because that's my job. Uh, well, probably gonna go for. Well, actually, we still got. So, is there anything else that you want to talk about?
Nothing too crazy. Yeah, I actually did just pack up a few boxes that are gonna head
That's
out
cool.
soon. Well, you saw one of the boxes yesterday.
Oh,
Um,
there is something I wanted to show everybody. No, keep talking. Keep talking. I gotta find it.
no, that was it.
Uh,
That was pretty much it.
oh
I'm
wow.
still I'm still keeping track of that guy who's basically walking from LA
Oh, this
to
is the kind of stuff we do. For the record, we also play Pokemon Go, and so I got bored and started. If Pokemons look like certain people, I the Pokemon them. So this is my new spirit animal.
Oh yeah, yeah. Perfect.
It's got my 2 buck teeth and it's got my general disposition.
Oh
Uh,
god.
I hope one day that we never turn
I
on each
thought,
other because if so, there's just so much we have against. Like,
see 20% off all in stock Funko, 24 hours only. Use code Funko 20. Undiscovered realm.
okay, so um, because I'm going to the Fan Expo, I wanted to be able to get my channel out there. So, one, if I can find, uh,
I actually found a Snorlax quick draw, so if you wanna re-download it, because you have to wait, it literally just appeared. They appear randomly.
yeah, they're actually in season right now, so you can find them. They are available.
Yeah, yeah, they started popping up like literally this week, so you might want to redo that. I got like four of them now.
Yeah. Trying to find my the item that I got printed. Um,
I
oh
actually
no,
want to make
I remember where I threw. I remember what chat I threw it in. We have a lot of chats. I actually need to go through and
Yeah,
purge.
you make most of them, so you should just delete the chats in general, so we don't have to.
Quiet you.
So yeah, quick draw. So if you're looking for Snorlax, like Sean said,
There you
they're in
go.
season.
Yeah, I actually
Literally
found one. There was like four of them. Okay, so here's okay. So guys,
four. Jesus,
yeah.
how do
Well,
you
yeah, because they're in season right now. So I
how
mean,
did you have room on your screen with four Snorlax?
well, they're tiny. I enlarged my screen. Not to mention my phone is a little bit bigger than yours.
Yeah,
So
I'm actually waiting to change my phone.
I got so these are going to be coming in very soon. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to the Fan Expo, so I want to be able to uh, pimp my channel out basically. Now this is a low res picture. It's actually the original looks better. This is a snapshot of. So I'm getting some business cards done, but they're done differently. They're not like with my name, like with a bunch of. How does the mating call go? Well, probably the same for you, Quick Draw. I'm lonely. Please, just acknowledge me. Actually, it's you're such an ass. Thank you, sir. I mean, madam. My apologies, mother. You can yell at me later. So these are the cards I ordered. Take, um, basically, obviously my logo, and then if you scan that with your phone, it'll actually send you to my channel.
So is it only hooked up to your channel, or is it hooked up to your Instagram as well?
Well, my channel has my Instagram and all that stuff on there, but my main push has always been my channel, not my
The
Instagram.
problem with what your main push is what?
My main push has always been my channel, though.
Okay, no, I'm just curious because the problem is that on YouTube it's that section where it says Instagram, it's very tiny.
Oh no, I'm aware of it, but my main push was my YouTube channel.
Hmm.
So basically, and I'm going to be sending those out to my patrons as well, because well, figured it'd be cool. And I did say if anything new merch came in, they would be the first ones to get it. I've been doing that for years, and it doesn't work. It's funny. I'm willing to bet there's probably a YouTube video of him like with his head out of his car going. I'm just going to leave it at that. But yeah, so those should be coming in. Last I looked, they're scheduled to arrive next week by hopefully Friday. So those will be pretty cool. I wanted something like this for a little bit now, but unfortunately, it just I had to wait for the right pricing, and I popped for the extra $8 and got the gloss, got them heavily, so they got a bit of a shine to them.
Shiny.
Uh, but yeah, so those
By the way,
and I
that character in the movie looked like it was on acid.
well, I think that was the whole point. It's probably what started the Black Light movement. Black Light matters.
Oh, God.
Yeah, here's a better picture of when I did this up.
Good night. I guess your mom's going to bed.
Oh, night, mother. But yeah, that's nice and simple. Then, oh wow. I'm sorry, I'm trying to. What the hell? Jesus Christ. We really talk a lot. Trying to find. I'm trying to find the. What was I gonna look at? Shit. I also did some for. I did some for LBD.
I don't even know what you put it connected it to.
Oh, your YouTube channel.
Uh,
Well, there's one that I did that's connected to something that is a in joke with us that I'm not going to post out.
I have never actually seen what it was because I wasn't home to check it.
uh oh, okay. Well, hold on a second. Check private chat.
Ah, what a douche.
There we go. And I also did Mitch's as well.
Yeah. Although Mitch only does a live like once every 4 months.
Well, yes, it's how we tell what season we're in.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh well, anyways, I think I'm gonna end this a little bit early. Usually I end at like 9:15, but we pretty well got everything done. It's also insanely hot in this
Yeah.
apartment right now, and I'm baking at an even 350, and I need to turn around in this chair and baste myself so I evenly cook. Um, you got anything coming up, LBD?
Just probably the geek and anime bandbox that's coming in. I'm thinking about doing a big trade with probably unboxing treasures if I can find the right pieces. If that
Yep.
goes through, that'll be coming in soon. And I'm probably tonight's gonna be where I'm start packing up some of your stuff too. 'Cause I just got
Yes,
everybody else's stuff done.
yes, they still work with the logo in the middle. In fact, if you go back and scan them, you'll see. Unfortunately, I have no way of showing on my end of things because my phone is.
No.
Where is my phone? Hold on. Should start ringing in a second. Oh, it's actually behind me. Never mind. Um, yes, my smartwatch can help me find my phone because, well, I do have occasionally to lose
We,
it.
we, we all know you're getting up there in age. We understand. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah. So yes. Anyways, what was I going to say? So you're doing some packing. You got a video coming up. I should have a video either coming up Friday or Saturday. Probably mostly SDCC or Funcon stuff because I have a big box of stuff sitting there. Then the following week will be LBD's mystery box of shininess. And then I have some other stuff that's
Can't
coming
wait
in.
for that.
So that'll be fun and games. In the meantime, I want to say thank you for everybody who took the time to come out. Sorry we're ending things about 20 minutes sooner than later, but like I said, it's hot, and I am tired of cooking. And even though I had a shower this morning, it does not look it, and I probably will want to grab another one because just the cold water alone. Anyways, you guys take care, be good, and we will see you this time again tomorrow. Cheers.